Easy, man. Lisa! Come and have a drink.
I'm okay.
Come on, we're here for kicks, girl.
We're talking, all right?
Really? Well, Billy boy, if you're talking to my girl, you can talk to me then. Tell me, why haven't you paid me?
Just leave him, Jace.
I gave you some speed to flog. Where's the money?
Look, I didn't ask for them pills and I'm not selling them, all right?
Frightened? Your mummy wasn't like it.
I'm not frightened.
Prove it. Let's have a chicken run. Tonight, after dark, head to head.
Yeah, all right.
You might just regret this.
Thank you, Sir William. A thoroughly enjoyable evening. I'm stuffed full.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I must say, you and your good lady wife really know how to throw a good bang. Now, where's my chauffeur got
Good
to?
night, Sir William.
Good night, Sylvia. Good night.
Billy, you okay?
Lisa, come on, we're going.
I apologise for this, Sir William. I thought I told you to wait here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to go back to feed Alfred. I mean, he needs his food as well, you know. I mean, he's wolfed down 2 tins of dog food and all his biscuits. It's Alfred, he's been by himself all day. I mean, he really doesn't
My
like...
regular chauffeur's indisposed, Sir William. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I've got a regular chauffeur.
Your bronchial tubes sound fine. You've used the inhaler?
Yeah.
The type of asthma you have is fairly manageable, as long as you take care. Is there something else worrying you?
Actually, there is, yes, Doctor. You saw my son, Billy, a few weeks back?
Yeah, a tetanus booster, wasn't it?
Did you prescribe him any pills?
Pills? No, I don't think so.
I found these in his drawer. He said he got them from you.
I certainly didn't prescribe these. I'm almost certain they're amphetamines. An illegal stimulant, they call it speed. It produces an artificial high and can be addictive.
It'll be that gang in Ashfordley. He got them with them when he was at the secondary modern.
Wherever he's getting them from, he better stop or he's going to be in trouble.
I understand, Wolf. We'll look into it. And give my best to Enid. Tell Enid to drop in on market day and have a cup of tea with Mrs. Ventris. Oh, yes. And you, Wilf.
I do hope we're not interrupting your hectic social life, Ventris.
Oh, no, Sarge. That was Wilfred Yates. He's a hill farmer up on Elsonby Moor Road.
Oh, yes?
Well, he had a bit of a disturbance last night. A gang of teenagers were racing round on their motorbikes. They scared off some of his sheep and left a real mess. Drinking and taking drugs, so he says.
What does old Wolf know about drugs?
Not a lot. But he knows his sheep, and quite a few are still missing.
Has he any idea who the gang were?
No.
There's bike chapters all over. In Ashford-Lee, Strensfield.
Yeah, it might not be an official chapter. Might just be a gang of tearaways.
It might be an idea to check with these bikers clubs. Bikers keep pretty close. They might have an idea of what's going on.
Right. Get onto it, Ventress.
Me, Sarge?
On second thoughts, perhaps teenage gangs of motorbikes aren't your strongest suit. Crane, look into it, will you?
Sarge.
So, how was your posh dinner last night?
First-class grub, Oscar. 6 different courses and no making do with the same plates. Thoroughly enjoyable. Until David was late picking me up. I mean, what's the point of one having a smart Bentley if one is without a proper chauffeur to run one round in it?
Oh, indeed. What is one thinking of?
Anyway, I've been onto the agency first thing this morning. They supply chauffeurs to the gentry. I hope you don't mind, Oscar. I'm interviewing in here. So tip me the nod if anyone comes in asking for me.
Yeah, well, he's already here.
Your chauffeur? What's his name?
Obvious, isn't it?
James, good morning. Vernon Scripps.
Delighted to meet you, sir.
Amphetamines.
She thinks he may have got them from a gang on the Ashford-Lee housing estate.
And he rides a motorbike, you say? Is this a gang of bikers he knows then?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
We had some trouble with bikers last night. I need to talk to this lad. What's his name?
I can't tell you that. Yes, it was a doctor-patient discussion, and as such, confidential. I only thought you should know that these pills are around. I can't identify individuals.
This isn't a game, Liz. Drugs and fast bikes make a lethal cocktail.
Which is why I've come to see you, so that you know and can keep an eye out.
It would be a lot easier to do that if we had a name.
I can't betray a patient's trust. I'm sorry. I have rounds to finish.
Well, I hope your conscience is clear. If this lad has a motorbike accident and we find drugs were involved.
Earl of Warminster. Viscount Dundas. Impressive references, James.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the agency spoke very highly of you. You fancy chauffeuring in these parts for a bit, then, do you?
My last remaining relative is an elderly aunt in Scarborough. Working here would allow me to visit her, sir.
Excellent. Well, let's see what you're like behind the wheel, shall we, James?
Thank you, sir.
According to my book of etiquette, James, chauffeurs are addressed by their surnames, not their Christian names. How do you feel about that?
Whichever you'd prefer, sir.
So what's your surname?
Darling, sir.
I think we'll just stick to James, eh? Handled like a dream, James. You've got the job.
Thank you, sir. In that case, permit me to observe that she's running a touch uneven when one accelerates through 3,000 revs, sir.
You know, now you mention it, I've noticed that.
A spot of fine-tuning may help. Shall I attend to it, sir?
Right, yes. Actually, my brother's got a garage, but if you think you can manage it, go ahead. Then join me in the house.
Very good, sir.
Down, Alfred! David, quick, tidy up.
Oh, he's barking because there's somebody fiddling with your car.
He's fine-tuning it.
Are you sure he's not stealing it?
David, There's something I need to talk to you about. Look, now I've so many social engagements, dinner parties and so forth, I need someone that knows about that sort of thing.
What, show you which knife and fork to use and...
No, I need a proper chauffeur. I need you for the important job of driving the taxi.
Well, I'm not to drive you about anymore.
All satisfaction now, sir.
Excellent, James.
You live here then, sir? This is your residence?
Yes, temporarily. One's been so busy, don't you know? Pressure of business and so forth. One is looking for something more appropriate.
Indeed.
What's this? All alone, young lady?
Well, I hope this isn't a situation you're planning on taking advantage of.
Oh, I certainly am.
Oh, that's all right then.
Can't wait to marry you.
Well, you might have to wait a bit. My young niece wants her bridesmaid's dress altered again.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. Got to get the priorities right.
Is this purely a romantic call?
Sadly not. Is Liz in?
No, she's out on her rounds.
Pity. I was hoping to see a list of patients who saw her this morning. Part of an ongoing inquiry. It's quite important. You couldn't help with that, could you?
I'd rather ask her.
Oh, go on.
But can't think of any reason why she'd married.
Great. Thanks. Mrs. Fletcher, I have a warrant to search these premises. Right. We're sorry to have inconvenienced you, but possession of illegal drugs is a serious matter.
Look, Billy, if you are hiding any, it'd be better if you told us.
Told you there are no drugs here.
Well, I'd make sure in future that there aren't, Mrs. Fletcher.
What made you think there were, anyway?
Just acting on information received.
I trusted you. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'll be looking for another doctor.
Morning, James. Sleep all right?
As well as one could say, yes.
Never mind. We have a busy day ahead of us. Hampton and Farrers have sent some property for us to view.
Are you moving house then?
Well, I told you I was looking, David.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think you were being serious.
Yes, well, it's not appropriate for me to reside here anymore. Serve breakfast in the drawing room, will you?
Any progress on this disturbance up on the moors?
Nothing definite. Seems to point to a young gang with bikes who meet up on the Ashfordley housing estate.
I saw a young lad on your patch yesterday with a motorbike. He may be involved. Billy Fletcher?
Yeah, I know him. Seems a nice enough lad.
I'm fairly sure his mother told the doctor she'd caught him with amphetamines. She's denying it now, and I may have gone in a wee bit heavy.
Well, shall I question Billy about the disturbance?
Yes, but be discreet. Go in plain clothes. Have a friendly chat with them. See if you can meet up with this gang and win their confidence. If there is a drug problem in the area, I want to know about it.
Sarge.
I already told him I wouldn't divulge names.
So he knew you were out and used me to get them. I can't believe it.
I've lost 2 patients, damaged my reputation and people's trust in me.
He never said anything about a drugs raid. He just asked for the list.
Well, he's turned her house upside down.
Did they find anything?
She'd already got rid of them, but that's not the point. I need total patient confidentiality, and your relationship with Sergeant Merton has seriously compromised that.
Liz, I am so sorry.
Thank you for showing us around, Major.
Yes, thank you. Very nice house.
Yes. Goodbye.
He's never going to sell his house, not with that attitude.
He may not have taken too kindly to your comments on his family portrait, sir.
Why, what did I say?
I fear your remark that they all look as if they've had a good skinful may not have gone down too well, sir.
It's a stuffy old dump anyway.
I did note an original Adams staircase, sir.
Do you know, I'm not surprised. It's just the sort of house the Adams family would live in.
Right, Mr. Scripps. Next on the list is Furlong House. This one should be right up your street. If you'd like to follow me.
So, Mr. Vernon's getting all hoity-toity with me in front of this chauffeur bloke, and then he asked me to serve breakfast in the drawing room.
He hasn't got a drawing room.
Well, no. I've looked everywhere for it.
Well, I can't understand, Bernie, is why a top-person chauffeur becomes available and then works for someone like Vernon. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid he's out, Jenny.
Well, I'll wait.
All day at division. Do you want me to get a message to him?
Nothing you can write down, no.
Oh, I see.
Just tell him when he gets back, I want to see him.
Jenny, sometimes, as the big day gets closer, people get a little overwrought. Things are said that aren't always meant.
Yeah, and leave out the patronising platitudes, Alf. This is serious.
Nice machine. What's the problem?
Chain keeps falling off.
Ignore him, Lee. He's a copper.
I'm also a biker. Have you got a link extractor?
A what?
I think I've got one on the bike.
Now, this is a unique opportunity to acquire an outstanding property, Mr. Scripps. Set in 15 acres of grounds, with its own tennis court and freshwater trout fishing.
Owner gone to Spain, you say?
At short notice. He's keen on a quick sale, hence the competitive asking price. Rare for a property of this quality to come on the market.
Indeed.
Any of this stuff included in the price, Penelope?
The carpets and curtains are included, Mr. Scripps.
Not the two posh cars in the garage, then?
They're being serviced prior to sale.
Everything in here's going, then, ma'am.
Packed and shipped in the next 2 days. Though our client is open to any reasonable offer on certain items.
Am I correct, ma'am, in thinking these bronze figures here are Epstein's?
Yes. They're definitely not for sale. The owner prizes his objet d'art.
Imagine, James, one's very own snooker table.
American pool, I believe, sir.
I'll show you the rest of the house.
How's that?
Yeah, it seems about right.
Tied up with that, then?
Well, look at this. Billy Chicken's making friends with a fuzz now.
Just giving him an hand, that's all.
Yeah, right. Lisa, come on. We're going.
I'm helping Billy.
His mate, the copper, can do that. Oh dear, Billy Chicken. Looks like I've stolen your chick. You better report me to the law.
Don't rise to the bait.
I don't need your advice. And I didn't ask for your help either.
15 acres there, Oscar. But it's got the stream.
Dad, you want me to take all next week off? Or full?
I'm due a bit of leave.
That has an absolute style and a style of Vernon Scripps.
The Braemar Hotel in the Highlands.
All booked and paid for.
Phil?
So, you're free then?
Yeah.
Fabulous place. I mean, it's got its own cocktail bar, American pool table, the lot.
What's brought all this on, any road? I mean, I know you've been going on about buying a place, but this is all a bit sudden.
I've got James to consider as well now.
So this James persuaded you to splash out on a house, did he?
No, he didn't.
There's something fishy about him. A bloke like that, needing to chauffeur for the likes of you.
Oscar, my money is as good as anyone else's. This is my decision. It's just time I had a place in keeping with a man of my means.
Mom? Mom!
Well, look here, it's Billy Chicken. I want my black bombers back. Or did your mummy throw them down the toilet?
Well, just shut up, all right? I saw what you did. Let's do that chicken run of yours again, you and me.
All right. Only we do the running fast cars.
Fast cars? What fast cars?
I don't know where to get a couple.
What? And head-to-head in cars?
Yeah, man. When you bottle it, I don't want to see your face again. Got it?
I won't bottle it.
We'll see. Tomorrow night.
Can't wait.
I told you it was part of an important inquiry, which it was.
You didn't tell me that she'd already refused to help you.
Well, I came to the surgery hoping to persuade her otherwise.
No, you didn't. You knew she was on her rounds. You came to sweet-talk me into giving you the names.
Jenny, I have a difficult job to do. If young kids on fast bikes are taking drugs, somebody could get killed. It's my job to prevent that.
And what about my job? Did it occur to you for one moment that your actions might threaten that? How do you think this makes me look in Liz's eyes? The moment her back's turned and I'm giving out confidential information.
All right. I'm sorry.
Not good enough, Dennis. You abuse my trust and our relationship for the sake of your precious job. We'll see now what marriage to you would mean.
Oh, Jen.
Do you really think I want to marry somebody who would stoop to this sort of deception?
Jenny, we're both tired. Let's sleep on this.
No. It's over, Dennis. Now get out.
Jenny, please.
Just go!
Grand morning out there, Alf. Oh, yes. Even Mrs. Ventures had a cheery smile this morning. Said how nice the garden looked.
You're both late. Wilfred Yates called again, complaining about bikers trespassing in his land.
Again?
Yes, again. Last night. I want this nonsense stamped on, understood? Sort it out.
Yes, Sarge.
And you can forget about mugs of tea.
Get out there now.
Would you like breakfast here or in the drawing room that we haven't got?
I will have a drawing room soon, David. And a cocktail bar and a pool table. This is real class, this is. I've asked for a second viewing. Where's James?
Oh, I saw him leave when I got up this morning.
What do you mean you saw him leave?
Well, he drove off in the Bentley.
What, he drove off in my Bentley? Well, why didn't you stop him?
Well, it is his job driving the car, isn't it?
Yes, with me in the back.
Good morning, sir. Very nice one, too. We were running low on fuel, sir, so I took the opportunity to fill her up, so as not to inconvenience you later.
Ah, most thoughtful of you, James. I'm having another look at this place.
Is Sir really sure about that, sir?
Why, what's wrong with it?
Well, if I may venture an opinion, sir, the decor is in questionable taste.
Is it?
It is. Furthermore, my instincts tell me the present owner's sudden exit to Spain may imply complications.
Complications?
Of a legal nature, sir.
You think he may be in trouble with the law?
Sir has it precisely. My advice would be to steer well clear, sir.
Yeah, they've had a fire in the barn, and there's bottles everywhere.
Just take a statement from Wilf Yates, then get back here. Out. Get anywhere with Billy Fletcher?
Started to. He was with a girl called Lisa. Then the gang turned up. One in particular made fun of him. Jason something his name is.
Billy's got a girlfriend.
Well, actually, I think it's Jason's girlfriend. But she clearly likes Billy. Quite a sensible girl.
I'll talk to her again then, see what she knows. I'll be in Aidensfield myself if anyone wants me. At the surgery.
Right, I'm going for an edible breakfast before we look at any more houses.
I'll take the opportunity to polish the car then, sir.
Good idea, James.
Excuse me. I wondered if I could see the doctor.
Well, you'll have to wait. She's in surgery.
Ashleigh Police Station. A break-in? What was taken? Where was this, madam? Right. Now, we'll get someone along straight away. A break-in at Furlong House. 2 sports cars being taken, the owner's abroad, and the estate agent's reported it, and she's waiting there to see you.
Why me?
Well, look, we can't both go. Merton's not here, and the station can't be unmanned.
Yeah. Like I said, why me?
Go on, then. Heads.
I must stress that Jenny was entirely blameless. She gave me the names in good faith because I persuaded her to.
I accept that, but it still doesn't excuse you. You didn't even have the courtesy to forewarn me you were going to raid my patient's home.
I'm really very sorry, Liz. I should never have obtained the information in the way that I did.
Right. Well, let's try and put it behind us, shall we?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Constable Ventress needs to see the sergeant.
He's disappeared with the car again.
Who has?
James! Can't be petrol this time. You don't think he's stolen it, do you?
He was there, waiting for you.
Where's the car? I thought you were cleaning it.
I was, but your man David insisted on borrowing it, sir.
Taxi's been playing up. He had a fare for the station, regular customer, so I suggested he use your Bentley.
You did you?
I didn't think it necessary to disturb your breakfast, sir. As long as the vehicle was returned ASAP, which I believe it has been.
David, you must not use my personal Bentley for taxiing the hoi polloi, regulars or not. I've got properties to view this morning and you've delayed me.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Mr. Vernon, but you're going to be a bit more delayed now. I've had a puncture down the road.
Oh.
He's out. What are you accusing him of now?
Nothing, Mrs. Fletcher. I just want to know if he was with a gang upon the moors last night.
No idea. I work mornings, evenings sometimes, cleaning.
Has Billy got a job himself?
I should have stayed on at school. Got his exams. He was clever enough.
Is that where he met Lisa?
She's the only reason he took up with that crowd. He's mad about her.
You don't know where I can find her, do you?
2 powerful sports cars.
Yes, Sarge. A Lotus and a Triumph TR4.
Worth a bob or two, then. Could it be a car ring?
Well, it's not very professional entry.
No, crudely forced with a crowbar or something. Any evidence of a break into the house itself?
Well, that's a strange thing, Sarge. None at all. But the estate agent said that 2 bronze figures are missing from the drawing room.
I was checking off the list before the removal men started. The 2 bronze Epsteins are missing.
And that's all they took from the house? 2 bronzes?
Worth thousands. That's quite enough, isn't it, Sergeant?
And you're certain they were here before last night's break-in?
Absolutely. A potential buyer yesterday pointed them out to me. Asked me to verify they were Epsteins.
Do you have a name for this buyer?
To be precise, it was the chauffeur who asked about the bronzes. The buyer's name was Vernon Scripps.
I'm supposed to be working. What do you want?
Were you with a gang upon the moors last night? Was Billy there too? Lisa, I'm concerned about him.
Yeah, you and me both.
His mum apparently caught him with some speed.
They weren't his tablets.
Whose then? Who gave them to him?
No idea.
You said you were worried about him too. Why is that then?
It's nothing.
Oh, come on, Lisa. There's something going on between him and Jason, isn't there?
It's just a stupid challenge.
What challenge? Is it about you?
No.
Lisa, please. This is important.
You burnt me breakfast, you went off in the car, you brought it back with a flat tyre. Well, you can forget any idea of moving in my new house, David.
Well, what about Alfred?
Him as well. And you not. If I want dogs around, I'll get myself some nice pedigree corgis.
Scripps?
Like a Majesty.
A what, please? Did you happen to notice 2 bronze statuettes while you were at Furlong House yesterday?
On the coffee table. Ugly things they were. Original Einsteins, apparently.
Epstein. Jacob Epstein.
That's what I said. Why, what's happened to them?
Someone's stolen them.
James warned me to steer clear of that place. He thought the owner might be a bit dodgy.
And who's James?
James Darling, my chauffeur. Drives the Bentley. He's popped over to the post office.
Well, according to the estate agent, your chauffeur mentioned the bronzes yesterday. Do you mind if we look inside your vehicle?
Be my guest. You're barking up the wrong tree, though, Sergeant. James has worked for aristocracy all over the country. I need to sit down. Get him in, David.
OK.
What's going on with you two, then? He looks like it's the end of the world and you've got a grin all over your face.
Oh, well, I may burn breakfasts and turn up late sometimes, but I do not go around hiding Einsteins in the boot.
What are you talking about?
Well, those statues that James stole. Police have just arrested him.
I don't believe it. James is a thief? Now, that is a surprise.
You like to go through there, sir?
Well, he obviously took the bronzes, but he denies all knowledge of the sports cars. 2 thefts are probably separate incidents.
Well, Division's been alerted. There's been no reported sightings of the vehicles so far.
They'll be off-road, stolen to order.
Unless it's the gang of bikers again, Sarge.
Bikers? What would they want with cars?
I spoke with Lisa, and she said Jason had challenged Billy to some sort of chicken run with sports cars.
And you think they might have stolen a couple for the privilege?
It's possible. Although, to be honest, Lisa wasn't sure when or where this might happen.
I'm sure she'll find out quicker than any of us. Have a word with her again, and fast. Teenagers plus drugs and stolen sports cars. Not something I want on my patch.
They were stolen, but not by me.
But you do admit that you took them from Furlong House?
Yes. These figures were stolen from the Earl of Warminster's country seat in Wiltshire 8 years ago.
How do you know that?
I was employed by the Earl at the time. I spotted them yesterday, went back later, and removed them for safekeeping. I contacted the Earl this morning. I await his instructions.
Why didn't you inform us, instead of taking the law into your own hands?
They were about to be shipped to Spain. I had to act quickly.
We can clear this up. Phone the Earl of Warminster, check your story.
He is not awfully fond of the telephone, won't have one in the house. I sent him a telegram. I had expected one back. Let me give you his address, may I?
Yes. We'll arrange for an officer from the local force to call round.
Meanwhile, am I free to go?
No. You'll remain in custody until the matter is resolved. At the moment, all we have is an admission that you took property worth thousands of pounds.
It's a day off.
Oh, sorry, Doctor. We're here to see Mrs. Fletcher.
She's had an asthma attack, probably brought on by nerves over Billy. I don't want her upset, okay?
Right. Did Billy tell you where the gang meet up every evening?
No. We do need to see him, Mrs. Fletcher.
Some sports cars have been stolen, and the gang that Billy knocks around with might be involved.
And Billy's not a thief. He can't drive a car anyway. Hasn't got a licence.
We only want to talk to him.
He's gone out, that's all I know.
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
Sorry, no more questions, okay?
Mrs. Fletcher, we know Billy's not the ringleader. We just don't want to see him in trouble.
It's that Jason you should be after. He's the troublemaker, not my Billy.
Right, that's enough now.
Mr. Darling, you're free to go.
Really?
The Chief Constable himself called. Congratulations all round on the solving of an 8-year-old art theft. The Earl's delighted, and his solicitors confirmed the ownership of the Epsteins.
Thank you, Constable.
Well done, James. I never doubted you for a second. Unlike some I know, I'm a very good judge of character. I had suspicions myself about that house. The decor was in questionable taste. Owner fled hurriedly to Spain. One smelt a rat at once, didn't one, James?
If that's how Sarah calls it, then yes, I'm sure one did say yes.
Hey, this has just arrived, and the postman brought it over on his bike.
Telegrams usually mean bad news.
Here, give it to you.
Oh, it's not for you, it's for him.
Thank you, David.
Nothing untoward, I hope, James?
It's from the Earl of Warminster, sir.
Oh, the Earl and I have both had the honour of employing James. I expect he's going to sort out some sort of reward, is he?
In a manner of speaking, sir, yes.
Excellent. Let's have another drink, then.
Now these, Billy boy, are fast cars. Where'd you get these from?
Hang on a minute, are they stolen?
No, I bought them with my dough money. Your first choice of car. I say which road we use.
Please don't do it, Billy.
Of course, if you want to back out, like the chicken you are.
I'll have this one.
Okay. Stag Hill Road, head-on driving. No pulling out.
Right. The first possibility is Wilf Yates' place. They might go back there. He's going to keep us informed. Do we have any other ideas?
Ashfordley Police Station. Now, slow down, miss. Yes, who's here?
Hello, PC Crane.
Steve, it's Lisa. It's happening tonight.
Right.
Stag Hill Road.
Want a bomber, Billy boy?
I'm not interested.
Right. You start down there. No pulling out unless you're chicken.
Billy will be all right, won't he?
Well, I think so. We'll have to wait and see.
Crane, a word, please. Found these in the Triumph. So we'll be charging him for these as well. Well done. Good work.
Thank you, Sarge.
You know, Division is keen to have a community involvement officer here working with young people. Think about it. Talk some more tomorrow. Ah, Doctor. Just thought you might like to know we won't be charging Billy Fletcher with anything.
Oh?
Well, Jason admitted to the drugs and that he and another lad stole the cars. Billy drove without a license. He'll be let off with a caution this time.
His mother will be relieved. Considering what might have happened, it turned out quite well then.
Not so sure about that.
Morning, James. What's going on?
It's with some regret, sir, that I come to tender my resignation.
You're leaving me?
The Earl of Warminster, sir, has offered my former position back. He's in declining years now, sir, and feels I can be of valuable service to him.
I see. Well, it's a bit of a blow, James. Are you not happy here?
In truth, sir, whilst I've enjoyed my brief stay, I feel I'm more suited to the world I know.
Oscar kept asking me why someone with your aristocratic connections was working for me anyway.
There was an unfortunate incident, sir, which led to my being dismissed from a position. Since when doors have been closed to me.
Unfortunate incident?
Whilst working for Sir Oliver and Lady Thrapston Smith, sir, her ladyship persuaded me to smuggle her lover in the boot of the Rolls. An old ruse in those circles, sir. But the deception was calamitously discovered. Left my reputation for trustworthiness in tatters. No one of breeding would touch me.
So you've been forced to work for people like Mr. Vernon?
Oh, I wouldn't have put it quite like that, David. However, the Earl of Warminster now feels I've served my penance. So thank you once again, sir.
So, where would your lordship like your breakfast served this morning? Hello?
Beryl, what the devil are you doing here?
Don't just stand there, do something!
When I first went on these, Lester Tilly was still a chorus girl.
Call an ambulance, quick.